In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Marvel Spider-Man 2 huge updates that we need to see in a patch or a future update or whatever Insomniac Games decides to do. These are just quality of life changes, and I've got 17 different ones here from the community, as well as certain things that I thought up that the community also would agree as well with, because there's a certain way that Insomniac Games can take feedback. They can only take feedback from the community. They can't take feedback from, let's say, if I just submit a ton of different things, because that's like them taking ideas from someone else, and they cannot do things like that. Also, the other thing I do want to say is that some of the things in this list are from thread on X by Shiley, so that's also going to be linked in the description. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that we all want to see is the ability to change the symbiote colors post story completion. So as you already know, right now there's a huge issue where if you use like a black symbiote suit, and you see the anti-venom tendrils come out, and it's really jarring. It'd be really cool if we could change that. So black or white changes to the suits, and it should include the Raimi symbiote suit as well. And to expand upon what I mean is the other symbiote suits, including the classic symbiote suit, all act like symbiote suits in traversal. That's a lot of symbiote suits to say, but they all act like said suits and have black webbing. However, the Raimi suit just has the regular spider arms and white webbing, meaning it isn't recognized as a symbiote suit in the game. That should also be changed as well accordingly, right? It's just a little quality of life thing. Now, the next thing is to change the colors of the symbiote tendrils to suit every symbiote suit that you're using. So for example, if you're using the purple variant of the classic suit, the tendrils should also be purple to match that. That should definitely be a thing, and it would really be important for that to be the case. Now, before we do get to the next one, I do want to say, if you are enjoying this video and you're liking the sort of feedback that we've got here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe as well. I truly appreciate it. We're incredibly close to 100k, and leave some feedback that you would like to see as well down below if I haven't mentioned anything that you have an idea of. Now, let's continue. So this is a pretty big one as well. Switch the symbiote suit during the main missions. So when you're doing the lizard chase and the whole black suit storyline, you should be able to switch between any of the symbiote suits available and be able to select what suit you have underneath when you finally remove it. I feel like that would add a lot more immersion and personal, how do I put it, like it would be more personal to you in the story. You'd be able to select what you're seeing on the screen. It'd be really cool to see, like, let's say if we have the Raimi symbiote suit, when he rips it off, it'd be really cool to see the actual Raimi suit underneath, or any other suits you select. That would be amazing to see. And to go along with this, toggle Peter's symbiote suit dialogue for crimes or bases when using the symbiote suit. Having Peter be very menacing with the symbiote suit was awesome, and obviously this shouldn't be the case when you use the anti-venom suit or anything like that, so that'd be really cool. And obviously this is like post-game as well. And also the ability to change time of day and weather, including rain after story completion, similar to how it was in Spider-Man Miles Morales, because they actually had that, and I'm pretty sure they had that at launch as well. So they had New Game Plus, ability to change weather post-game, ability to replay missions. So it's pretty interesting to me how the game went gold, but they didn't include this. I wonder if there's a lot of things that they couldn't include right away, which is interesting. Now, the other thing obviously is New Game Plus, which is already confirmed to be happening, but I thought I'd just mention that anyways because this is what the community wants. Now, next is the ability to replay missions via the missions tab, which is already in the game. You can see it when you look at all the missions that you completed, so it would make sense if you just select what mission you want to replay through that, similar again to how it was in Spider-Man Miles Morales. The option to choose a crime via the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app post-story mode, again similar to how it was in Miles Morales, because that game had that. And it would add so much more, replayability and being able to choose what you want to do around the city. So that would be awesome. Now, the next thing I think is really cool is the option to choose which symbiote suit you use for the symbiote surge mode, because you know in game when you use any symbiote suit and you activate the surge mode, it goes straight into like either the grotesque symbiote suit or the anti-venom suit, and it would be awesome to select whatever suit you want for that. That's a symbiote suit. It would be awesome to see. Now again, this one's important, and it's the option to change the suits you use in any mission. We've been locked out of choosing what suits we can use in the final mission, as well as when Peter gets the symbiote suit. We're completely locked out, and it would be cool if we can remove that and choose what suits we want to use. Again, it would add more replayability and make the game more personal to us, right? Because then there's so many different playthroughs that we can do. It would make it so much more replayable, and there's literally no reason not to do this, right? Like, it would be really awesome. Now this is a really interesting one as well, and this one, so you know how Miles is the up button on the D-pad turns him invisible. So you could do something like this for Peter and make the up button on the D-pad switch between the regular suit and a choice of symbiote suit. I think that would be a really cool little thing. I don't know how much tinkering around they have to do to make that work, because I'm not a game developer, but it's not as easy as everyone makes it. But this would be a really cool thing if done right, without destroying the stability of the game and making it crash more. So I highly doubt we'll see something like this, but you know, I thought throwing it out there would be amazing, because there's a lot of influence from Web of Shadows, so this would be another thing that would be really cool to see, right? Now, the ability to replay bases would be amazing as well, because from my personal experience, when I 100% completed the game and platinumed it, there's nothing to do, right? It was just swinging around, which obviously is really fun, and waiting for random crimes to pop up, which kind of, it got boring after a while, just swinging around and not being able to select any crimes or anything like that, because sometimes the crimes would bug out. When I'd get to them, they'd disappear, or I'd turn into a cube, which the cube glitch is funny, I don't mind that. But yeah, this is something that we need for sure in the game. And then the next thing I think would be cool is to add a 100% completion suit, because we've already had this for Marvel Spider-Man PS4 and Remastered, and it would be cool to have. We're already getting a ton of new suits that were worked on in collaboration with Kid Super and other famous people like Lando Norris and others. I'm not 100% sure on who everyone else is, but I'd personally want it to be, for the 100% completion suit, I want it to be a Spider-Carnage suit that also changes your symbiote tendrils and abilities, as well as the webs that you use to those colors. So like the kind of crimson color, similar to the look from the comics and the 90s cartoon show, but you know, realistic in the style of Insomniac. I think that would be really cool, and I hope that you guys agree with me. So if you do, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see something like this, especially with the DLC sort of teaser from a side mission that we've seen. If you know, you know. Now, add the other Spider-Man that you currently aren't playing as to the photo mode, so you can pose both of them and get some really cool shots, because we could already pose around like Peter and Miles separately, and they all have their own individual poses, but it'd be really cool if we could add like Miles to a Peter photo mode or Peter to a Miles photo mode, to kind of have them either point at each other or do some cool like poses or things, just swinging around. It would really be cool, and we could get some really incredible photo mode shots. And you know, I just think it would be a neat little thing that could be added, right? Now this next one is a bit more nitpicky, but add the Peter B. Parker suit back for Peter, since Miles has 3 Spider-Verse suits, right? He has the store-bought Spider-Verse suit, he also has his Into the Spider-Verse suit, and then Across the Spider-Verse suit. Meanwhile, Peter only has the Spider-Man Noir suit, which I'm not complaining about, but you know, I thought a lot more people would have wanted the Peter B. Parker suit back instead of like the 7 or 8 MCU suits that we have. I think I don't really care too much for MCU suits myself. Obviously I still want them to be in the game, but I think that there should be at least like another Spider-Verse suit or something along the lines of that, right? Now a boss rush mode would be amazing. I'm sure again the community will agree with me here. That would be cool to be able to fight all the bosses in a gauntlet style, one after the other, for the best sort of time, or just replayability wise. It would be really cool to just, okay, I want to jump in and fight all the bosses in a row and just see, you know, either what the best time that you got in that boss rush, or just for fun, like I said. So that would be another amazing thing. And this is the final one here that I have for like a feedback update that I would like to see. And it's a big one, right? This is a big one that I'm sure we'll want, and it is a suit style color customization, right? So hear me out. So you'd be able to choose one of the styles of Spider-Man that you can then customize the colors of to make your own variation. And then this other thing is probably not going to happen, but it would have been cool to see color variations for movie suits too, and the deluxe edition ones. But I'm sure the reason why it didn't happen to begin with, because like they're really high quality suits, and adding extra variations would probably like destabilize the game, because we've already got that insane fast travel and things like that. But it would have been really cool to see, but it has to be so much more complex to implement and might make the game completely unstable. But again, it would have been incredible to just have as an option there. So let me know what you guys think of all of these things that I want to see as an update. Well, not just me, but the entire community wants to see as an update, I'm sure. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Check out another video here on the channel where I talk about Miles' new suit, like why all the hate on that suit. Thank you so much for all the support. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a wonderful day. Love y'all. Peace.